think the number one kind of area that everyone can do when it comes to mobility is understanding our root cause of wanting to increase our mobility. So our root cause really of feeling stiff and tight and wanting to open up is a lot of times how we're breathing. And this is an area that not a lot of people dive into, and it's where almost all of our programs start, because if you don't have the capacity to really understand where our breath is coming from, use our diaphragm to assist it and change how our nervous system is really processing with these stretches, well, then you're going to go into mobility and continue to feel tight. This is why people are like, I foam roll all the time, or I stretch all the time and nothing changes. And it's like, well, let's get to that root cause of why your body is feeling so stiff and tight in the first place. And so one of the places we start in all of our programs basically is this breath work, is this intention to open up the mobility around our rib cage where our diaphragm kind of rests under, and being able to start to move that in a different way so that we relax the nervous system, we reduce those tensions in the first place. And then I can say, oh, this is how I can kind of melt into this new area or gain this new range of motion. This is how I can calm my system even as I'm actively doing range of motion, so that my body feels safe and comfortable to come back to this stretch or this mobility time and time again. And, if we're talking specifics for mobility that I think people could do on a day-to-day basis beyond just the breath work, I think, making sure that we're just continuing to move our body. So mobility can look as much as doing a seated cat-cow, where I'm going to place my hands on my knees and kind of open my chest and round my chest. You don't even have to get to the floor, So how can we implement more movement, more opening of our upper back, more opening of our hips, and more opening of our feet, ankles? If we can get these three areas of the body kind of moving and more lubricated throughout the day, I think we have a lot more access into what we feel. We kind of naturally start to stack the neck without needing to stretch it. We naturally start to relieve tension in the low back without needing to do all these crazy core things, or we start relieving pressure from our knee because our hip and our ankle and our feet are open. So I think those three areas are some key components that almost everyone can continue to work on. And we see this in other countries where, they might squat naturally all the way to the ground to go to the restroom, or they go on the ground into a full kneel position and get up numerous times throughout the day for prayer. So they already naturally have less osteoarthritis within the hip. They have better range of motion within their bodies because their regular routine, their regular practice is to get into this full range of motion and out of it throughout, majority of the day, where in our Western culture, it's from a chair to a desk chair to into your car. We don't take the time to get into our full range of motion within our body. So we do have to be a little bit more intentional about it.